What are they digging to the Catholic church? Is that just
It
kind
makes
of
good mulch.
I plan on the opposite side. I'm gonna take a picture
cover?
and reuse it in my product. I mean, this is a beautiful oaks.
It's mirror of real life.
Okay.
All right, we're ready. Bill, there it is. All right, Billy, you ready?
So we have Philip here for utilities. He's got the water utility and the sewer utility budget. And those are separate tabs in the back of the budget. So we'll start with the water tab. And then Philip, you just want to kind of talk about each line, one by one, what it is, what's made up for it. And then the ones with backups, we can refer to those if needed. And then Lee's here to assist.
Where we starting? Water revenues, water one.
Water one.
A lot of these are finance stuff on this page. Grants, the hydrant meter fees, would be the first thing I got is the hydrant meter fees. I started a little program last year, or middle of this year, where we started a way to track water that's being used by contractors at fire hydrants. I started charging fees for that. Before, I'm not sure if there was a fee or how it was tracked. So I created a form, got it in where they have to come in, fill out paperwork, and we charge a certain amount of money for the meter itself and the water going out. Way for me to keep track of that and revenue.
We always did that though, didn't we?
I don't know.
I mean, I know,
I
when my
don't
pool
know how
got
it's
filled up, they
tracked
had to,
anywhere, but
they,
yes,
you know,
we've always
meter
given
and-
out meters with backflow for the contractors. It's not nothing new that we're doing, just tracking it now, we're trying to keep it in. The meter maintenance, backflow admin fees, that's office fees for the backflows. Transfers, normal stuff, impact fees, water sales.
Question on water sales.
Yes, sir.
Just that number goes from last year's budget, 1.6 to 1.5.
Mhm.
And I'm looking at the March actuals, which was basically 50 grand less than this year. So why are we projecting less than, budgeting less for revenue from 26 to 27? And our actuals for 25 were 1.9.
we're seeing a drawback, actually, a trend this year. I know you're seeing some in the March actuals, but based on what I saw last year, the usage in Q4 was just really dropped off. And it's one of those things where you kind of throw a dart.
But didn't we go up in rate
We did go up in rate.
recently? I mean, would that take effect in
Yeah.
this next budget though, wouldn't it?
Are we being too conservative here, I guess this is. Of
course.
That's my question.
Like, when you throw in the dot, Lee, just the question.
So I just basically used what last year looked like, kind of tagged that on the end. Even with our rate increases, water usage was down.
Yes. And when's the last time it rained here?
Yeah, yeah. So again, this was done back in February,
Okay.
so
So there, do you think there's room there?
potentially,
Or if we need it?
if we needed it.
Okay, thank you.
The county gets bad, we use less water to drink more beer. It's a fact. It's a right correlation.
Alright, tap fees, that's just, money's collected for making taps, new water services and whatnot, which,
We're projecting that's gonna go up that much?
Yes.
yes,
Between
with the new
6 and
rates, with the new rates and everything.
That's based on the rate.
The tap fees.
That's 101, budget revenue.
Expense side.
Advertising. I plan on getting some, just some door hangers made for advertising. Nothing major there. Postage, we don't do a whole lot of mailing, we will be, but not a whole lot, but that's just to cover your, our certified letter stuff. Water system repairs, kept, that's for emergencies and whatnot. Operating supplies, price of paints and everything else is going up. So I added a little money there, cover for tools and paints and marking materials.
So that's just COL stuff, mostly, right? Just regular cost of living increases.
Yes, sir. Supplies, Jews training, I brought that up. For one will be for the new position created and myself to get some training with Tyler Tech.
Just details on water 5, if you're interested. Got that listed out.
Line item for water capital, you wanna explain that jump?
The water capital jump, we've got a few projects in line.
And that is shown in
That's,
water 7.
Yeah, 7.
And the capital plan is water 8, which kind of shows you the long-term capital plans going.
That's our, got
Where's
some,
Tabby? Is Tabby in there?
Tabby's already
That's-
paid for.
Tabby wouldn't be under the water.
We paid for that out of this.
That's storm water. Capital plan here again, we got some projects that are lined up. Priority wise, they're stated on the side. I'm not sure how we're going to incorporate Arctic with the main project, but some other little areas that were, designed with Hudson was Arctic and 12th block of Cooper. That's still in the works. Went through and kind of identified some other little trouble areas that we're trying to, get taken care of.
I'm sorry, Phil, is that under contracts?
No, sir.
Capital.
This is capital plan,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
That's a water line from East Cooper to East Ashley. That's like one of the.
Well,
Yeah, he's referencing Arctic, we're gonna have to replace that line, so
Yeah.
put a drain pipe there as well while we're there.
we're gonna do a lot down there.
It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, good.
Would the pedestrian path go on the same side as the water? I mean, is this something where we need to get East Arctic done before we
We've
start?
had discussions on that, so yeah, that'll hopefully, our plan is to do that concurrently, so that we're not doing one, digging it up and doing it again, so, yeah, so we've already kind of foreseen that.
It's all different contractors though, right?
Well, right now, none of that's in place,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
when we do initiate work, the goal is to do it all at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope maybe the RFP for all that stuff, those all been out, right?
No, we're right now in the, middle of applying for that Safe Roads for All grant. It's
Okay.
like $7.5
That's right,
million.
that's right.
The renew, or the resubmission, right?
Yeah, so we got the review back, and I think we're putting it in, what, the 19th is Wes here?
It's due finally to May, on May 26th.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit of time. We're waiting on
When is
one
the-
letter.
When is the, announcement date?
Late October?
Yeah.
Maybe we can start on this earlier though,
Well,
the water line.
yeah, again, we haven't budgeted for that yet. We've got to get all that straight.
Gotta get the grant.
Some of it's already been engineered though, a little bit.
Yes, it's, Arctic from the west Arctic alleyway to 7th block. East Arctic has already been designed and permitted at this point.
So we're kind of like in a holding pattern to see what happens with Arctic Avenue so that we can make our decision on how we want to really make these things happen.
How urgent is the water line project? Imminent or just, it's the next one that needs to be done?
That's a field question.
It's old and piecemealed together. after Hugo, they had a bunch of pieces put in, and it's sold, what they call AC pipe, asbestos concrete pipe, and it's pretty fragile, so, I mean, we haven't had any major hiccups lately on that street, but it's waiting. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's one of my main priorities there. Anything else?
The contract line goes a little bit up, more than 20,000.
Contracts, that's across the board, everybody, got the information back from all of our, like IT and my water, the tank cleaning and,
Water 9 is the page on that.
which page is it?
Water 9.
9,
Yeah, so these, but mostly just pass-through.
yes, sir. They go up constant.
I can jump in a little bit on this one. A lot of what went up are pass-throughs for your technology, so the VC3 that he mentioned. Another one that we had to consider was because we are going monthly for the full island, that's more mailings that need to go out. So the black mule expense also needed to be increased accordingly.
And that starts with monthly, for the life.
What's depreciation water system? Is that like an accounting trick or?
Accounting trickery, so.
Tell us about your tricks.
Yeah, so, you don't see depreciation in the general fund because it's a different accounting, for your, government funds versus enterprise funds, which this is, you're required to book depreciation like your normal business because it is a for-profit enterprise. So you have to account for your fixed asset depreciation.
Can I back up just two lines there to, our reserve capital, which we try to deposit into every other year, it looks like? Reserve capital? Reserve capital.
Yes,
So would we not this year, considering all the capital projects associated with the water systems, do we not need to consider putting anything in that, or is that just automatically skip a year and don't worry about it?
Well, Water 7, on that page, it kind of talks, we got that in there. Typically, we were doing the 75 a year for our water tank, but based on the most recent assessment of our water tank during the rate assessment and all that kind of stuff, they factored that in and they said, your water tank's fine. It's good for, I believe, till like 2035.
Oh, okay, so,
Or beyond, actually, well beyond that. It was like a darn near 80 years or something like that, that they said it
well,
was good.
then we don't need it. Oh, right.
Yeah, so we can pull back on that. There's other projects the money could be used for. We'll push it. Yeah.
And the other things with the capital reserve project was used for vehicles, but there have been a push to lease the vehicles instead of outright purchasing.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Before you go to sewer, will you just explain the $6 million and $4.5 million revenue lines on the top page?
Yeah.
That's not $10.5 million total?
No, so this was a scenario of, we were hoping to get the redundant water main project underway this fiscal year. It did not happen. We were this close to getting advertised this year for construction next year. So this is reflective of the amount from the redundant water main. The reason it dropped from 6 to 4.5 was the RIA this year, if you recall, awarded that $1.5 million grant towards that project. Gosh, it was 6 or 8 months ago, that occurred after our budget year in 26.
Is that a use it or lose it?
It is. We have a must-have completed and all bills in by date on that. Touch on that, we can do that in the sewer.
And we can sewer?
You guys ready for sewer?
Yeah.
Ready?
Lee, what is a sewer penalty? Is that when they use too much volume in it, or somebody did too much toilet paper, or what? What's the penalty? I mean, it's a blank line.
Yeah.
Historically,
Never used
it's
it.
been,
It's never, like,
Never been used, never
yeah, it's
received
never been,
for it.
I would imagine it'd be like late fee style.
Yeah,
but-
billing late fees and stuff.
okay.
And your increase on the budget for, usage fees is related to the increase we approved at council, or not?
Yes.
It is?
So that's also part of the, rate study.
Rate study.
We've made that change, second reading, it's been,
It's interesting because we're expecting less water use, and water use drives sewer use. So we're not anticipating a similar decrease in,
It's the
What goes in must come
proportionality
out?
of the rate increase on the sewer side is that much more.
where
Could you say that again, please?
So the proportionality of the rate increase kind of even beyond just the diminished usage, the amount of rate for sewer increased that much more. Our
In
sewer
other
system's
words,
very small.
they're using it more for flushing than they were drinking.
Well, the
Paying more for it.
per blood.
Yeah, that's a good thought. You're gonna push that.
And lawns have separate meters.
I only flush like once a week.
Hey, listen, I'm doing a mission trip to Honduras, and I don't even have sewers. It's like, put it in the bucket. That's really exciting.
Or a hole, somewhere.
And we're also, I mean, we also factor in a little bit of like additional services that people tie into sewer.
Use fees, impact fees. That's all part of the rate study stuff.
And again, it's a rate studies are done every 5 years, so we're not pretty well.
We had to jump to sewer capital, if you want to talk about that.
That is on sewer, we're looking at expense sheet now, capital sewer 5.
That just rebuilding that station.
Yes, I've reached out to James Allen PSD and, cause they maintain all of our lift stations for the city. And, I reached out to them to see which one they would recommend, that is able to fail first and whatnot, so. The address on this is actually wrong. I need to change it to the one inside Little Oak Island. They said out of all of them, that one would be probably the next
So
priority.
it's Little Oak instead of West Cooper?
Yes, sir.
Listed.
Did we just redo one of them recently?
We did pump station 4 behind the library.
So you do have Little Oak down there, it's under capital.
Oh, is it down there?
That lift station rebuild with
Oh, okay.
West Cooper, that.
Sorry.
That's what we just did.
That's 0 for 27, but down below for regular capital. So the difference between reserve capital and capital is, reserve is, we may not get it done this year, and if we don't, it'll kick over to reserve. Capital is, we're targeting this year, we wanna spend this year, and it'll expire this year.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize it was down there.
So West Cooper budgeted,
Yeah,
but not done.
right.
So does that 225 remain in the reserves, or are we rolling it over to cover some of the 275?
So it'll kick over into the reserve. So but we can always dip back in there on a resolution from council saying, hey, let's just move the money back.
Is West Cooper no longer,
It's still on the plate, but I was looking for prioritizing.
I got you.
Which one?
It seemed like a reserve for a lift station could be used for a lift station regardless of where it was.
Is that around Third? Is that where the lift station is?
Yes, that 3rd and 4th block, right on Cooper. We've got one on Indian also at 3rd block.
Right, I see.
I mean, if you think we're gonna do 2 in 1 year, and leave it in reserve, but if reserved for a lift station that we decided isn't a priority, there's another one's a priority, you would seem, use that 225 and decrease that line by to 50.
Is there, operational concern if we go down that route?
Unless it fails, no.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Unfortunately. I mean,
Let me move it from somewhere else if it fails.
yeah, I mean, it'll be an emergency at that point, and we just have to ask for.
So I mean, that could free up 50,000.
Yeah, but it frees up working capital. I think that's what Bill's looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But 225 minus 275. Because we're still gonna do a little.
We would only have to budget to 55, we'd be saving.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
You know,
I agree
Heck
with
yeah,
Bill.
do it.
I agree with Bill too.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, you better,
I agree with Bill.
Or DJ.
So, yeah, let's
there
plus
you
up
go.
I don't know
55
if
Yeah,
and just hope West Cooper.
right, Lee?
Remember it,
We
Bill.
should all raise our hand on that one. So, yeah, yeah, let's just do that.
Back and forth.
It was 275 minus.
Remember this,
We're gonna
Bill.
pull out.
I agree with you. Bill's my,
Put it back in.
Bill's my hero.
Put it back. Never mind.
I mean, I can't.
I'm just gonna,
So we're all, that's good.
What about the fog program? Tell us about fog. Are we doing DDT again?
Well, the fat oil and grease, we are, that's probably, I think you'll see an increase on the James Allen PSD.
That's on the sewer six.
It's not mosquito fight.
It's a third party, we're partnering with James Allen PSD. We're paying a portion of the program itself. They come out and they'll go through and notify everybody what needs to be done, what has to be done. The portion we pay is for the reporting and there's some, like, software that comes with it. We get, they come out, they do all the legwork. We don't have to actually go in unless, we want to go in and lug with them at the same time.
What were we doing before?
That I can't tell you. There has been some enforcement, I imagine, but I don't know if there's any backlogs on what grease traps are in place or.
Got it.
What's on site.
And this got kicked off 2 years ago when our agreement, we needed to renew our water transport agreement with James Allen Public Service District. We're basically at the end of their line. And as a condition of allowing us to continue using their pipes to transport our sewage, they made us join their fats, oils, and grease program, which has inspection schedules and reporting schedules. And so this is our share of that cost.
When we had the study done and they did the
We got nowhere else to put it.
photos and they saw like chunks of asphalt and grease buildup and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there money in here to address cleaning of that stuff?
Not on this. James Allen's I spoke with them. They didn't give me a number, so what I was gonna do is see what they could come, like, if they come and clean and I get a bill for it, then I know what I could do for like a yearly or twice a year program.
I remember talking to her after the program that night. It wasn't prohibitively expensive.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah,
I mean, should we make a line and put 10 grand in it?
It would
it's
basically,
around 10 is what you told me.
it'd be a contract thing, right? We just put it in our contracts.
I don't see why not.
JFSD.
Whether we use James Allen or if we use another
Put
company.
10,000 in contracts for pipe cleaning?
Normally you want to do that in the fall.
Probably.
No.
Oh, you've got 25 fog program in your contract.
Yeah,
No, so Mr.
fall
Farley-
program.
Mr. Farley-
I don't-
He's asking about.
Yeah, Mr. Farley's not talking about the fire, he's talking about the general pipe cleaning. Remember when they mapped it? and
They just
said these?
flushed it.
Which again would be a contract.
So the question is, do we need to add money specifically in the budget for the sand
Yeah,
cleaning?
we could add extra.
Well, I'm saying no.
She indicated to me about $10,000. So whatever you guys want.
We just save 200, take 10 of it out, put for,
I mean, is that an anticipated cost that we didn't put in, I guess, is my question to all of you, that work with the,
Were you intending to do that this year?
Yes.
Okay,
So where
so
would-
I
where
think
would
we
you-
should
where
put.
would
okay,
you
so
pay
it
for
wasn't, so this is an omission from the budget, we all agree to that? Okay, and I say yes.
And like I said, the number she gave me was 10.
I mean, if we forgot,
That's a
if we didn't put it in,
placeholder kind of thing.
I don't know why we did it. I mean, if we didn't, we just have to fix it.
Yeah, so we'll fix it.
I thought it was in
So
contracts.
just to be, it's not fog, guys.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Fog is fat soils and grease. This is when they visually inspected the sewer system and found sand traps, et cetera. This is that kind of general system maintenance, so this is a separate line item for $1,000.
Remember,
And
they
we have
showed
done-
like a chunk of asphalt in one and grease buildup in one and.
And we've
Lot
done that in the
savings.
past?
Would that not?
We've done that in the past, or we haven't
Lee,
done?
would that not be
I think
covered
we-
under repairs? Would that,
You could.
Do you have it in repairs, is that what we're saying? Already?
No,
just
just-
add
It is not in the budget, so
It's
there's
not in the
anything
budget.
over.
How often, yeah, where do you put it?
Got it.
I could
I mean,
continue on
just
the last
ballpark.
one, and I would say twice a year.
Twice a year?
All right, so so everybody here, how often do you guys do that kind of work?
Maybe twice a year, cleaning up.
In the budget.
And we can do that.
No, sir.
All right, but I
We
mean,
have
you
to hire out.
need, but you need 20 grand somewhere to do it.
Probably could change that.
Yeah.
All right.
Is the magic number 10?
10
Well, you-
each cleanup.
Well, how much do you have in your repair budget?
Right now, we're at 40.
Is this gonna be over and above that number? Or can we incorporate that into that 40?
You know, we had 60 in it last year, why don't we leave it at 60? And then you're covered at twice if you have to do it at 10 per.
I guess the question is, where have you paid that from before?
That's my question.
Yeah, that I don't know.
In
A
the-
combination. It typically, since it's not been it'll be sewer system repairs is where he probably paid for. He's usually in that system.
So that's where it comes from. Does the sewer repair line have money for it in this year's budget, or do we need to increase the sewer repair line?
That's my question, is 40 too low?
You said it was not in this year's budget, right, Phil?
No, sir.
Okay, well then, the question is, if we're anticipating doing it twice this year, it wasn't included, we need to put it back in, or put it in,
Put the 20 back and maybe.
put 20 back
put
in,
it back
and it's
to
the
60.
same as it was last year.
Here we got,
And that's in sewer.
25.
I have no idea. I mean, I guess
To
it was
flush the
reduced.
line.
No, I know exactly what this is. I guess I'm just trying to follow that somehow we took it out from 60 and we went down to 40 for some reason.
Due to the fact that the actuals of last year wasn't close to 60.
Okay, so that's why. So we went with actuals, and in those actuals last year, did we clean out 2 times in those actuals?
Of last year,
We got wrecked.
Well, you need a budget for it.
So we didn't do it at all, so that we have to do it.
yeah,
It's time to do it.
that's why 60's good.
Sounds good to me.
We gained a little, we lost a little.
Story of our
Gained a
lives.
lot in Oslo, so.
Still 180.
Yeah, we're still.
For
ahead.
those that are
It still-
calculating.
It still covers the extra parking spaces
I know
for
it's-
council members.
Exactly. In the early months.
So it's always about, it's always about,
Okay, contract.
it's always about.
All we need is 90 grand, so just give me 90.
Yeah, I took out the contract, but repair.
Any other questions on the sewer budget?
No.
All right, thank you, Philip.
Thanks, Phil.
Safe travels, my friend, good luck driving up there. Friday afternoon. It's gonna suck. They'll use Waze or something Friday afternoon.
Exactly.
It's a nightmare, I'm telling you.
mayor doesn't have to worry about
Spent a lot of time here, didn't you? Bringing the family by.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
How much we spent on this building? This building this year?
Nothing, just the table funds.
There's always something here.
What are we doing first? Facility development.
Public Works. First and-
All right, yeah, no levity over there.
Where we wanna go line by line?
That's how we've been doing it. And you need to just kind of drive the conversation, so line by line, and answer questions each one. Make sure it jumps out, and when we have a backup sheet, jump in that backup sheet.
The salaries one, we've got the increases, some for extra duties and some for merit, well, not merit, retention incentive and the normal step increases. I don't have that salaries page, but
You don't have page Public Works 3?
I don't have the salaries page. I mean, I can speak to it, I know who's getting it.
Well, I'll address the first one, which is, Eric, are you not on here?
I'm the second one down.
Yeah, so I can address the second one, so that's not, Eric made the recommendations for all the rest of them, but for Eric, he's proposed for a pay grade adjustment. He's the second line now, and the memo for that is in the attachments that you guys got today. The memo and the new job description are both in that packet of attachments, and the basic concept is Eric's currently the building official, floodplain manager, public works director, CRS coordinator, several things. But over the last, say, 2 or 3 years, his job has kind of morphed into, I'm gonna say, contracts manager or construction overseer. He's doing a lot of more hands-on coordination with our outside contractors who are building these infrastructure projects. And his is built in to a few other folks in the department, shifting down some of the floodplain management stuff to Amber, the permit clerk, so she can become the CRS coordinator, and then reclassifying Eric, in addition to his other titles, what's the formal way you phrase the infrastructure coordinator? Capital projects overseer?
Project manager.
And so that memo is in your packet, along with the new job description.
Job description didn't make it, I don't think.
Yeah, I thought it did. We'll make sure you have it. It should be in there.
The job description for who, Eric?
For Eric's new job description.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I read
I
that.
didn't see it.
All right,
No.
we'll make a note.
It's in here, I
Is
saw
it?
it.
In the salary memo.
In the recent one that we just got?
Wait,
Okay.
Wes just handed out.
The big side.
The big one?
No, that's one of the-
That's powerful.
All right, we'll get you the building official new job description, but the salary memo is in there.
Yes, the salaries one.
And basically for all of the pay grade
The
adjustments.
memo, yeah, the job description.
We'll get you the job description.
Okay.
And for all of the salary grade adjustments in the budget, Anderson went back to the compensation, rescored them, and however the scoring fell out, he consulted with the contractor, she wrote the compensation study. This is an accurate increase, and he explained his method in great detail. He explained his methodology in each one of the memos, but, the core concept here is that we are proposing a pay grade adjustment for Eric, which is a base salary increase.
And based on revised and upgraded job description.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why you don't see the step increase or the merit bonus.
Right.
It's kind of all wrong. And now, Eric, can you talk about the rest of your salaries? There are no other pay grade adjustments, right? Except for public works.
Yeah, I'm looking for it, correct. Well, there's an experience increase and then,
Not a job description.
our public works supervisor, Earl, is in for a one-time
What was it?
retention incentive, which we used to call merit, but it's not. And our part-time driver, Mr. Ladson, he's in for a one-time retention incentive. The rest of them are all the normal step increases per the pay study.
It's PW3.
The rest of them are the pay increases, in accordance with the pay study for all these people based on their time of service.
Can you talk about the pay grade adjustment for public works crewman too? Where it says public works crewman position increases in the middle of the page. Right there, right where your pin is.
Oh, okay, gotcha, that's it. We don't have that person hired yet, that's, when we do hire that person, there's an adjustment for that.
Will that be promoted from within? or-
Yes, we're looking at promote from within, but we haven't narrowed it down. Let's see that. Repairs and maintenance, which should be page 4 for me.
The Public Works 4 is repairs and maintenance backup.
$12,000, we'd like to get truck 260 repainted. That's a good number to get it painted in a local shop up near St. George or some of that direction. And then the other line is 6,000 our standard for the lawnmower maintenance and other small equipment maintenance.
We don't talk trash cans now?
Not yet. We'll get there. Any questions on that page?
Yes.
Trash can, or next page is page 5, operating supplies. We've got an increase there on the top line. You can see we went up a lot. Well, we didn't have it listed that way, but for Center Street, we're gonna need to replace everything. We've been kind of scabbing together some of the last of the ones that are out there now, they're falling apart. The recommendation is that we get with the DRB and see if they can help select a new style.
How many trash cans do you get for 35 grand? Just curious.
I think it was about 24 is what we need
24?
to cover Center Street.
How long do they last? I'm just curious.
God, those things would cost over $2,000 a piece.
They're expensive.
I'm gonna literally
Let's get into our
start
business.
Well,
having
and
a,
they don't have to
seance
cost
with
that much.
mine.
If you wanna get the same ones we have, they can be about 1,100, but we've tried to budget enough to cover if you wanna
So
upgrade.
this is an upgrade can.
We hope so. I mean, it depends on what's selected.
Is there a reason why we need the upgrade?
You said the old ones?
I mean, we could use cardboard.
I mean, if it's clear and we wanna do that, I'm just asking for a
It's really
budget.
just to give you all a chance to have a nicer
Fresh
facade
look.
on Center Street. when it's
Yes.
complete.
I mean, we're doing all this
I
work,
think-
so.
Just a question, I agree with it.
We don't have to spend it off. They pick something that's, $1,500, great.
But you're giving them the option to.
Trying to
get
give a number that's realistic, hopefully realistic.
Great,
The roll
You're gonna
cards.
ask the DRB about that?
Yes, sir, that's what we said, DRB will be the driver for that. And I guess we'll come back to council after that with a, resolution before we purchase them. 90-gallon roll carts, we went up, they're going up in cost, and we seem to be, I don't know what it is about this island, but people are requesting them on a regular basis, 3 here, 4 there. Good thing is if we do, we charge them for them, so we try to recoup our cost.
100% recovery.
So you know, it's funny, they get stolen all the damn time. I don't know who's riding around at night in their pickup truck, if you leave them out, picking them up and stealing them, but. they're
You would not
disappearing.
believe, we get an email probably every other day about needing a trash can, missing trash cans.
Yeah.
I don't know where they go.
I'm telling you, there's Bubba's out there picking them up, using them at home somewhere, North Charleston, just don't know what's happening.
They're nice though.
Swamps.
The replacement signage is, primarily this year, it's gonna be beach accesses and location signs. And a lot of different places.
And that's all DRB too, right?
When we make the change, some of this is included in regular signs, it's just our standard red and white.
Does Dennis have a?
and also,
Yes, he's-
and also pots, right? Signage across the pots.
Yes, ma'am, that's the plan, we're gonna try and get a more uniform approach.
Perfect.
We got the 19 in to rehab the flashing beacon crosswalk that we had to pull down for this project.
At the church?
At the church and the one over here on Geary. They're in storage right now, we're gonna have to rehab those and get them back in place. And then we've got the Christmas decorations, that's kind of a standard. We've been managing not to spend all that every year.
Typo there a little bit, but.
Christmas.
Christmas.
That's kinda cool.
It is.
We got a lift rental that we use for the tree, so we could put the tree together, drop it, and then we got to rent it again and take it down.
Great.
Portlets for the New Year's Eve, that's pretty typical.
Christmas misspelled again there.
Oh my gosh, it's another one. Different Christmas.
Almost.
And then we tend to replace a few tools every year, it seems like something burns up. So we just have that placeholder in case we need to get a new chainsaw and new trimmer.
Yeah, $2,000 will get you one.
It
One
doesn't-
tool.
Doesn't get much.
Doesn't get many tools, but they.
Keeps us replacing things. Do you have any questions on any of those? Page 6 is our dues and training. We got a placeholder in there for another couple CDL drivers. I don't have anybody jumping for that yet, so I wanna have some money in case we can get somebody.
You just open that up to your drivers to see who's willing to go get
Trying to
it.
get some of the guys that are interested, even the ones we have hired, if they're interested in becoming a driver, kind of moving up the career path.
Yeah, no, say there's a chance for them to.
But that'll cover 2 guys to get trained if we get somebody interested. We have our normal annual physicals they gotta take, all drivers have to take. I've got 1,000 in there for leadership training if I can get, we've got a guy in mind that might wanna, trying to groom somebody to replace Earl when he retires.
Boy, Earl does a great job of it.
Does, he's gonna be hard to replace. I have to say. Next one's annual membership for Association for Public Works, that's a national association. That actually gets us some free training. And then pesticide, Earl actually is a pesticide guy that has to go and get continuing ed all the time for that. Thankfully, we don't use a whole lot of them, but we're supposed to keep somebody certified.
We just have one person does that, or is it a collateral duty?
Currently, that's Earl carries a certification.
Okay.
We're supposed to have somebody certified, and then other people can use pesticides underneath them. But you gotta have somebody that's certified to manage it. And thankfully, we don't use a whole lot of that, we try not to. The other membership, that's our South Carolina Association, that's one. And then we're part of another association for, I can't even get it right, South Carolina Green. But it gets us some education classes as well.
This is kind of a one-off question, I don't think it's on the training necessarily. We used to have the helicopters that came by and sprayed for mosquitoes and all that stuff. That's probably a county program.
It's all Charleston County. They have a massive program for that.
Okay, so but we do still receive some of that nasty crap over our houses.
You get some good
Oh, they-
DET.
Yeah,
You
excellent.
can reach out to them and.
Yeah, you can opt
learn
out if you want for your
I
yard.
know beekeepers are opting out like crazy, that's no joke.
But we don't have any control of that. Capital. That's the fun one.
So that's PW7.
Page 7. So the money on the top line is for the Lake Loggerheads project. I don't know if anybody's curious. I made a kind of a very, very tentative schedule of these projects that we have in the budget. If you're interested, I can pass it out, but
Pass that around.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Absolutely.
And you've obviously been working with, or you've been in discussions with Ed Imes.
Yes.
What's happening?
He's been a big part of this.
Okay.
He actually got involved with the design, so to make sure that he was,
That fixes parking. in front
hopefully we'll be a
of the lot.
satisfied customer at the end of it.
All right, good, thank you.
You're welcome.
So the first one is we call it Loggerheads add-on to this project, solar improvement. This schedule is extremely tentative because some of these are tied to FEMA money and grants, and that's an ever-moving target right now. That one in particular is a big HMGP grant. Hoping we can get it done this fiscal year coming up. The bathroom second to third, I think you're all familiar with that. That's going from the corner of Loggerheads down to the bathrooms. And hopefully we'll keep on going year after year and keep on moving down.
Which side is that gonna be on? Is it gonna be on the,
Currently, that's the same side as Loggerheads.
okay, so it's on the ocean side?
It'll be like a continuation,
Okay.
ocean side trip.
Currently, there's no parking.
Most of it's in the park.
Most of it.
Yeah. And we did allocate extra space in the plans for like Wilco's coming out of those condos as multi-family condos, so they won't be on the grass anymore. Thank goodness. And a challenge. We have money in, some more money in for Arctic Avenue redesign to get us to 60%. In the meantime, we've applied for that SS4A grant. I think we all know about that. If that comes through, this will probably change. We may or may not spend that money. And then we've got the money in for the Indian Path, second. I don't know if we need any more explanation on that one. garbage truck in here, a new one, that money budgeted for that.
Did I miss Tabby Drive?
It's, 200.
No, but have we talked about that?
Tabby?
Yeah.
Not yet. We're just coming up to, we've got money in for whatever the next, we have 200 in for design for whatever pedestrian path council decides they want us to proceed next. It's for the design portion of it.
How soon will you need that determination to start, like, this will be planning this year, how long will that planning take? And when do we have to award that and do that to be ready to construct next year?
If the budget gets approved, and we're ready to go in July, we should be able to get an engineering firm on board by September. Just give it a couple months for procurement.
And we'll be ready
And then they probably design for the rest of that fiscal year. The drainage pipe design for Tabby Drive, maybe that's what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the money we have allocated to get that project designed and, shovel ready essentially.
What's the start date?
This one, if this budget gets approved, it will start after July 1.
The pumps go in.
Like right away?
The pump's happening already.
Yeah, the pump is completely separate, we're in the process.
Yeah, but I mean, on this part of it, is
This one will start.
Hit the ground running.
Again, shortly after July, we'll have to go through procurement and get the front lined up. We most likely could get it going by September.
And we went to, just on Tabby, we went to Columbia 2 weeks ago, talked to the Office of Resiliency. We're trying to get that, that office to give money for the smaller projects. They're talking about having each independent island provide a list of their biggest priorities, get it back to them so they can incorporate some of that into their budget. Nothing's set in stone, but we're trying to progress to get more money from Columbia for projects like this.
Great, that's good news.
Is this just planning for the pipe, or is this actually some,
This is design.
it's just design?
Hopefully it would roll into construction, as they're designing.
Right, but this doesn't include any moving dirt.
No, sir.
That's why we did.
Design and permitting, right, Eric?
Get all the way through shovel ready basically, but no construction.
Right.
But the pump was just designed to be like a bridge to get us to whatever else we need to do.
Center Street and Ashley's for new traffic signal redesign, we're hoping to get, we've applied for TST money and we'll be applying for other grants to try and get that project funded. This will cover our match and some of the permitting for that. We're doing infiltration, that's to try and add a cross pipe to get from the north side of the street over to the south side of the system.
Failure in planning in on the first phase?
They were worried about getting it done in the first phase for not, wanting to fight enough more than DOT would approve, was a big part of it.
How much did that project cost total, including this and what we've already spent? Is that like
I don't know.
250?
I think it was, I think the actual start of it was about 2.25.
Yeah,
Maybe
start of it was, and then we had to add to it.
this would be on top of that.
I noticed they were out there this week.
They finally got their testing passed.
Okay.
The engineers just signed off on it.
Okay.
The electrical's done, everything's.
Just got it done this week.
And now the grading and paving is the last thing.
They're supposed to have their contract. They may be out there
I
now.
think when we started, we thought this would be a better, cheaper way of handling some flooding instead of the long pipes to the marsh, but it has turned out to be
It's
a little
still,
bit more expensive than we thought it was gonna
it
be.
is, but it's still a lot cheaper than going to March.
Yep.
This would probably be a million,
$400,000.
million and a half to get from there to the money.
Okay.
A lot of this was just the
Maybe more.
parts. I mean, this is such new technology, that circuit
First
board.
time in the state.
It was hard to source some of the electrical stuff, so hopefully we've learned a lot on that
What
project.
is the completion date on that?
It could be at the end of this month. If everything goes right.
Not counting this.
But definitely a lot of lessons learned if we
Oh,
build
yeah.
another one.
It'll be more, we almost got a deal on this one, right, because it was.
Oh, yeah. He gave him awesome money on this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
We haven't even done the final negotiation.
It might be replicable, but
well,
it's,
there's some adjustments made with the contract.
More than this one costs, but less than the cost to go to the marsh.
right.
And then the
If
last
we
thing
build
is,
another.
we need to replace the orange tractor you see running around the island. It's finally at the end of its life.
What?
I wanna replace that.
The boat track.
The Kubota track, yeah. And we will sell the old one on Deputy, we keep something.
Been used a lot.
You're selling that at that, on the website, is that where we go for those sales?
Yes, sir. Next page is contracts. First one is Thomas and Hutton. I want to move to a phase 2. They did a concept down at East Cooper drainage area down around 10th, starting right around 10th and 11th Street. On Cooper, this would get us to phase 2 to try and actually get some design. I'm pretty sure I've sent the concepts out. We have it even on our website, I believe, if anybody wants to look at the concept study. And then,
There's more tabby work.
no, yeah, just noticing here, I think that might, did we double count the
Tabby.
tabby design? Might save some money.
Is that, you tell me,
That here, that number's a good number.
$200,000 on that account.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think,
$200,000 not for anything with building?
yeah, that's for design. I think we could probably, we might have just saved 200,000.
Nice.
During the break, can we just confirm the tabby sections and all these?
Yeah, we're gonna eat here in a second, so yeah.
We'll confirm that, but I
We
think
all
we
want to
could,
be able to answer Tabby's
if we can delete
questions.
some.
What's in the budget
So
for
can we
us?
delete 200 or 160?
Just verify.
Yeah,
it.
just,
I'd rather delete the 160 just to be sure.
Don't delete anything, for sure.
Okay.
okay, so for now, that may go out, but we're just gonna affirm it, okay?
And for Tabby, again, all this is design and,
Right.
yeah.
That'll get us hopefully to the shovel ready.
Except for the elevated pump.
That's gonna go in there. And then the causeway study, we have a placeholder in for that.
Okay, that's my question, the placeholder, you know, how was that determined, I
We
know
have
it's
a good quote from Weston and Sampson.
perfect, okay, so you have,
Kim Morganella worked on that with her team.
Yeah, that number's solid.
thank you,
Real good number.
perfect.
We wanna update the Islandwide drainage study. That was something we got cut last year.
And that,
Due to be
yes.
updated.
We're 1 year late on our 5-year update to the island-wide drainage study, and basically all of these drainage projects previously identified and prioritized. So now we're almost 7 years behind the last time we reevaluated our drainage project needs and reprioritized them. This skip money did a lot, like we knocked off a lot from the last plan with our big grants, so it's time for a fresh look.
Yeah, this, and that'll incorporate all the new drainage into that. It'll be considered into that plan to be updated. Alternative to staffing, that's just from the temp labor. Some years we do pretty good without using hardly any of it, and some years we have to go heavy on temps, but
And you're good going down to 30?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Unless everybody quits tomorrow, but I think we'll. Sweeping south is the sweeping contract that's once a week on the street. And then about once a quarter, we have to do the side streets with the curb and gutter on the west side. Republic is a multifamily dumpster contract. That number, we had to increase it, but it's a good number. And Todd is for trimming the annual trees, palm trees on Center Street. That will be, we may not need to spend all of that, since these trees are gonna be brand new. I don't think we will, but we still wanna just keep that in there.
So that's a potential saving.
We probably might not spend,
Okay.
because we're putting brand new trees in, and they shouldn't be ready for trimming that fast. I don't
Big
think, I'm not a tree
increase,
expert.
yeah.
Never know.
Enterprise line is for half of the truck head drive.
I apologize, there's a note that should be added to that line. It's also to include a new lease for Earl, the foreman. That they're looking at getting a new lease for that, the truck he's currently driving.
Let me ask you one, since we're looking at that money, to say, if we went half on that tree trimming, do you think that would,
I think we'd be fine.
so you want to just go ahead and do that?
12?
Should-
Did you get that, Lee? The tree trimming, take the 12.5.
Alright, so going from 25.
25 to 12.
more parking spots.
PWA.
Next one's our parking down in the city of Charleston, where we park all the garbage trucks. So, lease payment. Roll cart screening, that's the number we try to keep in there. We haven't had to go heavy on it this year, but they get to the point where we gotta replace them. Sometimes they get burned out by kids, lighting fires, and who knows what, but we've been okay, that number's pretty solid. Denali is not a new vehicle for any of us. It is the smart recycling composting pickup contract. Went up just a tiny bit. Actually, no, it didn't increase it.
It's being used pretty good bit to it,
It seems like it. I mean, it's heavy use every time I see people every morning already.
a lot of tonnage.
The voice advantage, I have to be honest, I don't understand what that is, but I think it has to do with that.
That's the new, that's your portion of the new phone system. And there's one, the next line item there, I just wanna draw that to council's attention. That's the design and permitting for Bowens Island, Peace Island. And that's the lane change configuration, leaving the beach that we've talked about the last few years. After we paid somebody to do the concept plan, we priced it out, it came in at just over $1 million, which was significantly more than we thought it would be. And so because it was that high, we did not include it in this budget. But I did want to make sure y'all consciously noted that, because I know it's been a community.
Well, it's in the cover letter too, to your, from your budget.
Do we send that in as a request to DOT, like here, we planned it, we did this?
Eric, will you describe how you got a quote?
I got a quote from the engineer. It's the engineer's estimate when we went through, we're all the way through permitting on that one.
So you're asking for DOT to pay for it?
Just like, here, we designed it, and here, you're
It's like
you're
the
the road.
causeway, it's the same thing. We
You're the road
design
guy.
it, we get on and pay for it.
Yeah.
We can
We can
try
try
it.
that.
We can ask. It's unlikely, but we can always try.
Sure.
There was so many,
Good idea.
just to editorialize, there was a lot of adverse impacts from that too, as far as backing up the traffic. I understand it served that one neighborhood and so forth, but you have to look, I guess, at the aggregate. And I don't know if but again, we could try it. I don't know if DOT would be on board, that's the
They
problem.
estimated that it would change the traffic problem and push it almost a mile up into James Allen. And,
I'm sure they love that.
They also asked for an incident, chief, she's gone. They also, didn't they ask for the number of accidents that have happened there and any deadly ones and how important is this to public
I mean,
safety?
DOT approved it, but
Yeah.
I don't
They're
think
asking
anybody's
for
gonna
more
pay
info.
for it. We don't pay for it.
Good.
All right,
You wanna eat real,
let's do it.
Yep.
Can we take 30 minutes?
you wanna eat, you want 30 minutes? All right,
I gotta go on.
all right, we'll get back